Hey everyone, this is Steven, StoicDev0 on Twitter. I am a Solidity dev at Remark, co-author of the AVM implementation of the protocol, together with 3 merged IPs. This is part of the first project series, where I teach you how I build Snake Soldiers. Remember, this is a personal project, it just happens to use Remark. In the previous video, we created the skill gem and learned the advantage of abstract contracts. How we can use getAsset metadata to reuse an asset for all NFTs, and how to create claimable NFTs. In this video, we will create the element gem and learn about Soulbound 2.0. Let's go to our element gem. I'll add a constructor, just as we did for skill gem, but the only thing that changes is the name and the symbol. I'll also add some constants, this time for element types, and we can go ahead and create our POSURI method, just as we did with skills. So this is fairly simple. We use a very simple round robin. This is exactly the same we use to define what kind of egg each soldier would receive, because we want to be sure that the element they are receiving matches the type of egg. Now let's get this more interesting. We will make this soulbound. What does it imply? There's just a couple of things we need to do. First, we need to override our support interface. So people who call this contract can know certainly that this supports soulbound contracts and also the equipable contracts, which in this case is the super we are calling here. So this will include nestable and asset metadata and ERC721 and so on. If we check our contract, it complains that there are 2 or more base classes defined in the before transfer method. This happens because this method is defined on the Remark core, but the Soulbound implementation also defines it. So we have it defined from 2 different paths. So let's clear that out. We simply define it here. We tell it that it needs to override core and Soulbound. Remember that if we don't put this here, if you had DAOs or what you should override, the interface should show you. And we will call super. Super will always call the rightmost contract that is defined on this override, not here in the way when we inherit, but specifically here. So we wanted to call the before transfer specifically of the soulbound token. Why? Because this is which checks that if the token is soulbound, it shouldn't be able to be transferred. Let's just go there. See? So this is the implementation of it. If I'm not minting or burning a token and the token is soulbound, it won't be able to be transferred. And the default implementation we have is that every token is soulbound. This can be changed, of course, and we will see that in the next video. But for now, this is all we gotta do. These element gems, whenever they are minted into a snake or whatever other token, will be there for life. We run prettier and check the size of the contracts, and of course that they compile, and that's it for the video. On the next one, we will create the contract for our faction gem, which will be semi-soulbound to the snake. We'll see what that means next.